Have you ever really stopped to think about how something like your smartphone or the car you drive was actually made? I can almost guarantee it wasn't on some clunky old school assembly line. Today, we're going to take a journey into the super high-tech, high-speed world of modern factories to see how the things we use every day are really put together. You know, when you hear the word factory, what pops into your head? Is it a long, noisy line with people shoulder to shoulder putting things together by hand? Well, that picture is kinda outdated. So let's just start with this question. How does something as insanely complex as a car really get made today? The answer is probably a whole lot more sci-fi than you'd guess.
So just look at this contrast. On the left, you've got the classic assembly line, the engine of the 20th century. But over on the right, that's the factory of today. It's clean, it's precise, and it's buzzing with automation. This jump from one to the other is exactly the incredible story we're going to unpack.
All right, so where does the life of almost every product now begin? Well, it's not with a bunch of metal on a factory floor. Nope. It all starts inside a computer with the creation of a perfect digital blueprint.
Yeah, you can forget about those giant, rolled-up, hand-drawn blueprints from the old days. Today, everything is born digitally. This means engineers can design, test, and tweak every single part of a product on screen dozens of times before a single piece of physical material is even touched.
And the technology that makes all of this possible, it's called CAD, which stands for Computer-Aided Design. Basically, it's this incredibly powerful software that lets designers build these super detailed and accurate 2D and 3D models of, well, just about anything you can imagine.
So why is CAD such a complete game changer? Well, first off, accuracy. We're talking measurements so precise they're almost perfect, which just about kills any chance of design errors. Second is speed. A change that might have taken days can now be done and shared around the world in minutes. And third, and this is the really wild part, simulation. Engineers can digitally crash test a car 1,000 times over without ever denting a single real fender. This saves millions and lets them find every tiny weakness before the car even exists. Okay, so we've got this flawless digital design sitting on a computer. Awesome. But how do you turn that file into a real thing you can actually hold in your hand? Well, that brings us to the next big step, teaching the machines how to build it. This is where CAM, or Computer-Aided Manufacturing, steps in. Think of CAM as the perfect translator. It takes that beautiful, complex design from the CAD software and turns it into a language, a set of instructions that the robots and machines on the factory floor can understand perfectly. So the whole flow looks something like this. You start with the perfect design in CAD. Then the CAM software does its translation work, converting it into machine code. That code gets zapped over to the machine on the floor, and bam! The machine follows those instructions to a T, creating a physical product that's an exact match of the digital idea. Now, this machine code, it's often called G-code, is the secret sauce. It's literally the language of the machine. It's like sheet music for our robot. It's a list of commands that says things like, move to these exact X, Y, and Z coordinates, lower the drill by 5 millimeters, and now cut a perfect circle. It's that specific. So, with a perfect blueprint and a crystal clear set of instructions, we can finally step onto the modern factory floor. And this place, it's defined by the incredible power of automation and robotics. This is truly the age of the smart robot. Walking into a smart factory today is like seeing a symphony in motion. You've got these huge robotic arms, welding, painting, and assembling things with a speed and precision no human could ever match. You have automated vehicles and conveyor belts moving parts exactly where they need to go, right on time. And watching over it all is an army of cameras and sensors, performing quality checks in real time, catching defects so small you couldn't even see them. And the results of all this automation? They're massive. First, you get a huge boost in output because, well, machines don't need breaks. They can work 24/7. Second, it's way safer. Robots now do the dangerous stuff, like lifting heavy things or dealing with toxic chemicals. And third, even though it's a big investment up front, automation seriously cuts down on costs in the long run. But hang on, this isn't about getting rid of people. Not at all. It's about combining the best of both worlds. Machines are absolute masters of doing the same thing over and over again with incredible speed and precision. But humans, we bring creativity, we can solve complex problems, and we can adapt when something unexpected happens. The future isn't humans or machines. It's humans and machines working together. So that leads to a really big question, right? With all these benefits, should every factory just go fully automated? It's a tough one. You're balancing these huge economic advantages against what it could mean for human jobs and society. It's definitely something worth thinking about.
And asking that question pushes us to look even further down the road. So let's talk about the new technologies that are already starting to build the factory of tomorrow. You know, the pace of change here is just staggering. It took decades to go from Ford's first assembly line to the first computers in the 80s. But now, we're in what people call Industry 4.0, an era where the digital and physical worlds are basically merging into one. And it's all being driven by AI, robotics, and 3D printing. One of the coolest technologies in this next wave has got to be 3D printing, or what engineers call additive manufacturing. Instead of carving a part out of a big block of metal, it builds it from the ground up, layer by tiny layer, right from a digital file. And we're not just talking about plastic toys here. We're talking about printing complex jet engine parts out of metal powder, or creating perfectly custom-fit medical prosthetics. It completely rewrites the rules of what's possible to make. And then you have artificial intelligence. You see, AI is the thing that turns an automated factory into a truly smart factory. It's not just following orders anymore, it's learning. An AI can listen to the vibrations of a machine and predict it's going to break down next week, preventing a huge shutdown. It can spot tiny defects that a human eye would always miss. It can even reorganize the entire factory's schedule on the fly based on new orders. It's incredible. So, when we picture the factory of tomorrow, what should we really be seeing? The biggest takeaway here isn't a factory that's empty of people. It's a factory where the future is built on a deep, seamless collaboration between humans and machines. I think this quote just says it all. Workers and robots will work side by side, combining creativity with precision. It's all about giving people smarter, more powerful tools, pairing that uniquely human ingenuity with the tireless precision and strength of a machine. And that leaves us with one last, really important thought. This whole transformation, it's about more than just technology. It's about us. As our factories get smarter and more capable, what new skills will we need to learn to not just survive, but to thrive in these amazing new workplaces of tomorrow? That's the real challenge and the huge opportunity that's right in front of us.